Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? So, on for today's plan, I think literally we're probably just gonna do again just some chill mapping and stuff. I am gonna be looking into trying to get stuff set up, or at least like look into stuff for what is going on here? Get stuff like trying to get ready for potentially leveling and stuff. So this way we can go ahead and try to like go through campaign and stuff like that, and try to like level guides, potentially get some like leveling stuff. Obviously we can't really theorycraft anything currently because we're missing on a whole host of junk, but we can at the very least try to get maybe some like leveling stuff ready, prepped. Okay, how we're gonna level if we did go Huntress, etc. So I think we probably will do that just so we have like dead eye leveling stuff, and then we could do like Huntress and then try to get that set up. And then once the patch notes comes out, it'll be quicker because we could just instantly go into like, okay, this is a build that I think we could do, but we already have a leveling set up as long as they don't nerf too many things, and then bang, we'll be good to go there. You know what I'm saying? And we could just focus on like the end game stuff. So I think that'd probably be the best. Again, like I said, we'll just be kind of chilling today, and then I'll try to get some stuff ready, and then probably next stream we'll go ahead and do some leveling stuff. So with that being said, I can go ahead and drop the starting screen, and we can get into today. Well, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody's having a great day and everything's going good. Let me go ahead and look real quick. Alright. Yeah, I did that enough. Okay. It's looking a little weird. Just making sure that I actually flicked off the thing. Okay. So let me look for a headhunter real quick, because I told Rock that I would, to see if I have an extra one for him. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. Boom, 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 boom. I do have an extra one. Those decks. Alright, let me just let him know if he wants it, it's here. There we go. Put here for now. Do we actually have any maps though? Do not. Slam some maps and see if we hit anything good. But yeah, so there has been another interview Darth Microtransaction has put out. It's with their, I believe, like lead art designer, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't really have anything too insane, to be honest. It's just the same stuff, kind of them reiterating like simple map layouts, etc., stuff like that. Nothing really insane there in terms of brand new information. Nothing like was leaked, nothing is spoiled. So I don't think we're really going to get too much information until literally around like August 20th or so, close to that. I would expect them to start teasing stuff probably starting next week or so, like August 10th, something like that. But again, who knows if they will start doing any sort of teasers, but they usually always do for new leagues. But again, I mean, who knows if they'll do it for this upcoming league. Okay, well, these maps are honestly just atrociously bad, I'll be honest with you guys. But I was trying to look for a cheat sheet. I feel like there's no cheat sheets out there at all, like, for leveling, in a sense. Of like, Act 1, Area 1, hug left until you find this. Act, like Area 2, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's really nothing like that. This isn't bad. We could throw... What do we want on here? Rare monsters. Okay, this is good. Okay, not bad. We have like at least 2 to 3 maps we can run. Shumpton, it's Shumpton, chat. Alright. Gotta find a map, but yeah. So not too much new information there. I mean, maybe we'll get something, like I said, in the coming days, but nothing too prevalent right now. I do think, though, once we actually start to get some news, I'll probably make a video on it. I mean, I don't know. I was thinking about making a video of, like, everything we know about 0.3. I don't know. Would you guys want to see something like that? Let me get around a map, because we want to get to the next area, but we don't have anything. That's fine. Like I said, I could make a thing like everything we know about 0.3 leading up to it. Again, it won't be anything insane. Yeah, we'll do this one so we can get to the next. Like I said, there's not really a whole lot of like new information, but there is, you know, like I said, the leaks that we have now, which is like simple map layout, reiteration on travel theme for new upcoming bosses, them focusing more on like class balances and rechanges and stuff rather than like a bunch of new classes coming in. Probably going to be getting druid, you know, based off of interviews, tribal theme, you know, stuff like that coming through. Potentially new acts because of the interview, you know, in China where they said new acts are coming sooner than people think, etc. Especially with the new map layouts that they're saying they're taking from campaign and they're going to be using for endgames, you know, like highly suggesting new act because of that. So like, so there's information, but there isn't like a whole lot of brand new stuff. I just don't know if people would want to see something like that, like a video of like everything we know about 0.3 type stuff. Guess it wouldn't hurt to make it to see what happens, but do. Alright, there we go. We're out of here. Now we can do the good map. Let me know, by the way, if anything is too loud, guys. I can turn stuff down. I don't know if like the music might be a little bit too loud in OBS or whatever. Music I think should be fine. I can turn it down a little bit here, but I think it should be fine. Alright, so that being said, what do we have for this? Any good maps here? Let's see. So this is rarity, magic monsters. This is rare monsters, magic pack size. I think that's the best one so far. Yeah. do the T14, I think. We can double run both maps, doesn't matter. Bum, 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 bum. You guys excited for the Battlefield 6 beta tomorrow? Who's going to be playing that? Definitely looks good. I mean, I've heard nothing but good things from pretty much everybody, so I have high hopes. I have high hopes. Do we actually have... No, we don't. Okay. Making sure we don't have any of that on. Slowing us down right now. Deconstruct that. Bum, 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 bum. The breach. Bum, 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 bum. To be honest, I have no clue what song I'm listening to. I have to swap it out for this breach. Cyber user, what's up, man? When is the game coming out? Currently, they don't have a like release date. It has been stated by Jonathan that they were trying to shoot for like 2025, end of 2025, at a release date, or out of early access. I mean, but obviously, I don't know. That's still realistic. It might be like 2026, just because of, you know, the issues they kind of had with PoE 1 and then kind of having to focus on a league for that. So I would honestly expect the game probably like mid next year to be out of early access, but I guess it just kind of depends, right? Because like they've also stated that the acts and stuff were like 80% complete or something before the early access even came out, but they kind of swapped their focus the last few months of development before early access for like in-game content. So again, like it's just, I don't know, it's all up in the air, right? Like it's very hard to say when we'll get stuff. I believe they also said like they're fine with coming out of early access with like a few classes missing, as long as they have all the campaign there and enough stuff that they feel that the game is like in a good state for end-game wise and quality of life. So again, it just really depends, I guess, on what they feel is necessary. But I mean, right now we don't even have all the acts, so unless obviously 0.3 brings all of them in, I wouldn't expect at least for another 8 months at the minimum, but we'll have to see. This season is ending, I think they usually ended about like, what, a few days before the new season. So the new season drops August 29th, so I'd assume this season will be ending, you know, a few days before then. But yeah, I mean, definitely a new season August 29th. We should get some information revealed on August 20th or so. So should be pretty cool to look forward to. And hopefully, you know, it's going to be a juicer of a new league. Like I said, we'll have to see. Like, they have been hinting at, like, you know, the new acts and all this other stuff with, like, interviews with new, like, map layouts and, you know, new theme is tribal and, like, all this other junk, right? And them saying, like, new acts are coming sooner than people think. So, will that mean we get all of them next, like, you know, league? Like, August 29th? Or, like, you know, who really knows, right? I don't really know. Will they only do 1 or 2 new acts and leave the last one for 0.4? Like, I don't know. I guess it depends on where they're at in the development stage of those and if they feel like they're completed enough. But yeah, we just gotta wait and see really what the new league's gonna have for content. That kind of sucked. Map's okay, but that's that insane. Six isn't coming to a release. Well, I don't think they're gonna release with the 6th act, if that makes any sense. Because because they've already like reiterated that they want to have all the acts out, I believe, before release, because they want to try to get it down, right? Like, think about the acts 1 through 3, how, you know, people didn't like act 3 a lot because it was very long and lengthy, and they had to make, you know, multiple like waypoint changes throughout, so this way people could progress easier and go through the areas, because there was no waypoints when the game first came out in the first league, right? And they had to make a bunch of quality of life updates. They even lengthened, shortened, I mean, some areas in in act 3, like, so I'd assume they want all 6 acts to be out, and then a few months to work on them at the minimum to try to get them in like a really good state. Before they like try to throw the game out and into the free-to-play hands. Play this AO technology. I'll play it right after this map. Oh, they said they had to save something for release more than once. I mean, I believe they stated that they're fine releasing the game without all 6 classes. Full release or whatever it is, 7 classes, how many they want to have. Well, no, it's more than 6, right? It's like 10 or something, I forget. But yeah, so I would assume they want to have all 6 acts out, and then we'll probably be missing like 2 or 3 classes or something like that. And then they'll start to like bring out the rest of the classes and stuff. So that's probably where the content's going to come. Plus, I mean, obviously they have a bunch of league content that's not going to be out. You know, right at release. You know, you still got to port a bunch of stuff from PoE 1 over. So, I mean, there's definitely a lot of junk there, regardless. Rock, what's up, Rock? I don't know if you see my thing on Discord, man, but I do have an extra headhunter. If you want it, it is yours. But like I was saying, probably next stream or the stream after that, you know, depending on if I can get the stuff ready, because I do want to watch some videos and stuff and maybe try to get like some notes put down. We'll probably start to do like some leveling stuff, and just try to get like, you know, league start / leveling build / guides kind of made a little bit for like Huntress, Deadeye, and then we'll go from there after that. Just so we kind of have it ready for 0.3 and I don't have to worry about that, right? Whenever the content gets revealed. Plus, I do want to try to figure the wave out, like, if, you know, well, I shouldn't say if, because I'm pretty sure it is getting nerfed. But when, like, the rake tech gets nerfed, what is going to be the fastest way, you know, to level through campaign after that. I also want I'll choose who to give it to. Well, Rock's been hitting me up about that for a few, what, like a day now? He hit me up yesterday for it. So, I'll probably give it to E-Rock. After work, I bet Rock. Get over here. But I'm an OG viewer. Listen, 5 gifted, I'll give you enough discs to get a headhunter. How about that? Right, extort them. But now if you need it, let me know. I can try to give you divines to buy one, I guess. I thought you had one, though. You don't have a headhunter? We're done with the map? Oh, we're done with the map. I need to get out of here. Alright, I'm gonna play your song, I think, right? I feel like the song you wanted me to play, Ben, is gonna be some troll, like, type song, but let's see. By 50 Cent? Okay. Should be fine. Should be fine. My boy Ben came in with the 5 gifted! Let's go, baby! Nah, Ben, you're actually you're a real one, bro. Dubs in the chat for Big Ben. I Ben. I got you with the headhunter. And we're on a level 2 hype train, bro. Sheesh. All right, Ben. How much are headhunters right now, bro? Watch them be something insane, Ben. Like 100 divides. Well, this one's gonna be insane because it's cold res. Let me drop the cold res and drop that. Alright, so like what? What are we thinking here, Ben? I mean, I see 10, 15. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're going for, right? Like, because this is, you know, 30 dex, 46. I mean, you dropped a life, it's like 10. What do you, I mean, I see mine exactly for 12. I'll give you 12 divs. 12 divs, I feel like should be more than enough for you to get a good headhunter belt, at least one similar. To hear the tunes, Ben. Yeah, big dubs in the chat for Ben. Ben's always coming through. Gotta love Ben.
Yes.
Ben's a real one. You on, Ben? I got you.
I'll be here. Waiting. Speak.
Nah, you got some bangers, Ben. You got the bangers on today. You on there, Ben, or what? What's going on Discord? Oh, hold on, boys. Oh, somebody just joined up. Oh, yeah, Alex. Welcome to the cord. Alright, sorry about that. Oh, you're playing hardcore SSF till next league? Okay, well, you're trolling. On that department. Okay, okay. Yeah, I can't give it to you even if I wanted to. But I do wonder though, Ben, like, do you have anything for skill-wise it'd be good? I know Fourfinger was telling me that like running Decay and what was it? It was Decay, I think Contagion and Enfeeble. He was saying is almost rake level for Act 1. But like I don't know about Act 2 or 3, and then if they have new acts, like, because obviously before, like for this whole, you know, steal, this whole league, it was just rake, right? But now I believe like they're probably going to be nerfing rake. So I wonder for campaign clearing, what's going to be the wave to go to try to like get through quickly. I mean, obviously you can still run shield charge and stuff, but like I wonder if there's anything better than shield charge. Because like for Huntress and stuff and Deadeye, I might literally just run bow, like crossbow. I mean, crossbow might be good just to run through. But I'm not really too sure. For just like single target clearing, then you could backbar shield with drill charge or something. I wonder if there's anything better. Like, who knows? They might not even nerf the rake tech. Like, you still might be able to use spear and then rake just to be able to zoom through, and then just have like a offhand, you know, like your main hand. I mean, with like a crossbow or something for just clear single target. I mean. From what I've seen, non-rake is exposed to shotgun grenades. Yeah. I just wonder if there's anything, because like you could do shield charge, right? To just try to zoom up and zoom through areas, but I wonder if there's anything quicker. Because like obviously you could easily have that on a back bar, right? Like while you're leveling. Obviously Act 1, maybe not, but like once you get, maybe probably at Act 2, you should have enough orbs and stuff to just be able to buy a shield and stuff just for offhanding. On your back bar, road set 2, I should say. I think Ben likes to suffer, that's why. Rake, the Stomping Ground. Well, it's also the interaction though with it. And what I meant by that, Ben, is the movement tech with it, like the animation canceling to be able to zoom yourself forward. That's what I was like kind of talking about. Huh. I feel like our damage was definitely a lot less there, huh? Oh, you know what? That's right. We don't have the critical damage soul cores in. That's why it feels very bad. There we go. Yeah, that's why it feels absolutely horrid. I need those crit damage soul cores in. There we go. Alright. Banhammer! That's crazy, Ben. Why you doing that to me, Ben? Why you out me like that, man? But I do, man. Alright. Bum 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 bum. Alright, so let me go back to the music selection here. Maybe we can listen to this, I guess. This is a pretty banger song.
Let's hope there shall lie storm.
All these suck. Reforge time. I mean, Fire Cold, not bad. Everything else kind of sucks on it, and it's not worth. That's not worth either. All right, vendor.
On with the work.
Yeah, I got you, Ben, after. Alright, we have 23 more rolls on this, boys. Let's see if we can hit anything good. Oh, it's T4 phase, man. I thought that was like T2. It's not worth holding this, I don't think, right? Not for T4. There's T2 or T1, yeah. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call? Okay, but why do I always get phone calls every time I stream? But if I don't stream, I never get called. I don't understand it. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Had to take a phone call, but we're back. We're back. What did I miss? Probably 100 things, right? Let's see. Okay. I got you, Ben. Pressing the build. Got you. On a break. Wax. Nah, I just had a phone call. My bad, brother. You're good. I mean, you're progressing pretty quick, Rock. Not gonna lie. You got it, bro. Hey, Ludwig. What's up, dude? How you doing today? We're still running the Movespeed build and stuff. But, I think, like I said, I think, like, next stream or the stream after that, either, like, Friday, you know, or something, Thursday, whatever, or next week, we'll probably start doing like some league testing, like, you know, leveling scenarios type stuff, trying to get better with campaign, and then we can try to figure out like, okay, let's not use, I mean, I don't know, it depends if the interaction gets fixed, but we could try rake. If not, we could try something else, and then try to figure out what's the plan for leveling regardless, like, so yeah, I mean, either Wax. I mean, it should be very, very fun. I'll just have to do the league correctly. Because we need to eat, man. I feel like, I mean, the game is dead, dude. I'm like gonna put it bluntly, for player base wise. Like, Twitch viewers, the game barely gets like 400 or 500, right? Steam, it's only at 8,000, like, so definitely they need to come out of the gate swinging, I feel like, for sure. Yeah, it is, Ben. Like, but I mean, that's to be expected, though. Like, what they're trying to do is weird. It's never been done before, at least not to my knowledge. You know, where they're trying to like literally capitalize on the RPG market and trying to make people play PoE 2, then go to PoE 1, then back to PoE 2, which is a good like thing in theory, but it kind of hurts like player base on both games. I feel like, because it's like, you know, it sucks because it's like without that, I feel like PoE 2 right now would be about what it was last league before the new league launch, which was like 20-30k people, which is what PoE 1's at right now. But obviously, they want you to go to PoE 1 and then come back about right now, you know, the new league for PoE 2, and then 2 months after that, go back to PoE 1. So it's like, if you're trying to do one game, technically you're going to be cut because you're going to have no players on it. I hope, Ben. I really do hope it's a banger, dude. It kind of sucks, though, because it's like, it's, you know, we don't really know information about it, so, like, it's very hard to tell if it is or not. All we have is just, you know, word of mouth from people saying, trust me, it's going to be good. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of hard to really have full faith when there's nothing to have, or no pieces of information, you know? They've been crazy quiet about everything, so I'm betting they're going to give us some epic stuff in 0.3. I hope. I really do. Because, like, right now, to be honest, 0.2 didn't give us really anything to grind for. Like, there was no really big, powerful new bosses introduced, you know what I'm saying? There was, like, no endgame stuff that's new. There was just, here's a new class, some new endgame uniques. And their mechanic, like, their league mechanic with the wisp stuff was pretty underwhelming. Like, there wasn't really anything crazy about it. So, I don't think it's going to be too hard to outdo this league, to be honest. As long as the league start isn't messed up and borked like it was at the beginning, where monster values and stuff were overtuned and minions were harder than their actual rare counterparts, you know, like, as long as it's not like that, we should be good. And mod league patch, yeah, I can see that. Oh, that's right, Ben. You wanted me to play your song, right? Yeah, I got you. I think we will get 1 or 2 new classes. I'm thinking 1, The reason why I say that is back in, I forget what, I think it was last month, they had an interview that they did, I believe, over in China. And they basically reiterated saying that they're focusing more on class balances, ascendancy changes, skill changes, etc. Because they noticed, obviously, this league, it was one class that was, or one skill, I should say, that everybody was running. And they kind of heard from the community that like there wasn't really too many endgame viable skill options. So they wanted to change that. So they said that that might sacrifice new classes coming in because of that. Or additional new classes, I think is what the wording was. So that leads me to believe that potentially we might have had 2 new classes if that wasn't the case, right? But I'm thinking we're still probably going to get Druid this league. And then, you know, it'll just be Druid and then all the new stuff rather than like 2 new classes. Now, I'd be very surprised if there's no new classes. That would be very, very surprising. I got you, Ben. I'll play right after this song. Too Diablo-like? Yeah, for sure. Which, like, it's interesting because I feel like in a lot of their interviews, and correct me if I'm wrong, they said that, like, you know, oh, campaign is like 80% done, but we swapped our focus to endgame content. You know, this is when, like, early access first came out, so we could have something for endgame to grind. So it's like, you know, it's been what, 7-8 months or something like that since then. So it's like, probably are getting new acts. And I feel like 90% of the classes are kind of already done, right? Like, because we know Druid's basically done. I mean, Templar stuff, Shadow, like, stuff, daggers, I mean, Dynamite skills, like, all that's in place in the game, so. Really wondering what they're waiting for. To, like, just go crazy with the releases. I wonder what their bottom line was for PoE 2 during this pre-release phase. From a being new to the game perspective, this game offers more than other pre-release games do, but I can see how OGs are expecting more from the developer, especially for the fact that OGs can consume the content a lot quicker than a new player can. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not like bashing the game in any way, right? It's just constructive criticism. And I know it's early access title, so stuff like that takes time. Because, like, comparing it to a lot of other ARPGs, for example, Titan Quest 2 went in early access. They have one act, no crafting system, no endgame system. The only thing you could do in the game is complete the act and then refight basically the bosses, scaling the levels up. And that's pretty much all you can do. And the content of that game is like 5 to 10 hours, and then you're going to be fighting the same bosses over again. So, obviously, right, like, this game has 15,000 times more content than Titan Quest. It's just obviously that, you know, like you said, PoE veterans are expecting a lot more just because of what PoE 1 is. And it feels like a lot of the systems in PoE 1 worked really well. And it feels like they're trying to do a lot of different stuff and kind of create those systems, which at times can make, you know, for at least like people like me, it's like you have the systems already in place and they work well enough and they've been tested over 10 years. Why would you want to recreate it, right? But I get it though. I get that they're trying new stuff out. So I just hope that they don't fumble it, right? Like if this league is kind of then it's like, okay, well, now you're going to be kind of really in the mud, right? Let me put your song on, by the way, Ben. One new class, 2 new sentences, 1 new act. It'll be definitely a new class, and with that, 2 sentences, I believe, for that new class. We'll probably get a new act as well, just because of the major hints they've been doing. So I expect fully that a new class with 2 additional sentences on that new class and a new act minimum, with the league content and a bunch of skill and balance and all that changes. I'm basically very surprised if it's different from that. How dare you got in my rods? Alright, we're done, right? There's nothing in here? Yeah, we didn't hit nothing. I can agree with that, Ben. How to find your live, bro? Hell yeah, Wax. Glad you enjoyed it, dude. We're pretty vibey over here, to be honest. Like, we're trying, obviously, like, what I try to do is make a lot of builds that go for full damage-wise and push the boundaries of what a build can do in terms of damage. So a lot of my builds will minimum be able to kill a pinnacle boss in a second or two. And then we try to push stuff after that. Like, we've done multiple 200 mil builds. We've done one-shot builds. We've done, you know, full screen wide clears. We've, you know, whatever we do, we try to push it. Like, if we're going for clear, I want to be screen wide and off screen clearing. If we go for move speed, I want to try to get the max move speed we can, like for this build, right? If we're going for damage, I want to try to push that build to the absolute limit. That's what I do for my builds. And then from there, I mean, I'm always down to help the community out with any questions for new players. I mean, our community is great. We have a lot of helpful people in the Discord. I mean, we're just a vibey community, man. Does this go for anything? So why does people want this? So just for the 200 axe maces and swords on one hand? Is that why? Maybe, I guess we could Val Slam it and just see if it hits. Gonna have to buy some armor scraps. Ice Nova Sork recently? Ooh, that's fun. I know the, what is it called? Like Seer of Shards or something? Then, like, is it one of the new unique staffs that was introduced? The one that, like, spits a bunch of, like, ice shards on around you? I forget what it was. But that staff is cool to play around. PoE 1 has it should be easy to implement PoE 2. Forget the fact that the game's completely rebuilt from the engine up. Like, nothing overlaps PoE 1. No, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. It's just, like, I think what, at least, like, from what I see, is, like, if you're gonna bring in a mechanic from PoE 1, it's like, why would you try to change that, right? Like, PoE 1 has a great crafting system, for example. So I think trying to recreate the crafting system is just, there's no reason to do that. Like, obviously, some stuff probably will have to change, but I don't see a reason to try to change everything. If that makes any sense. Alright, so you want this? Is this the song you wanted, Ben? Alright, what are we doing here? We need armor scraps. My boy Ben's... Sure. I don't think changing everything is the answer, though. Like, change it for the fact that you can change it isn't the reason. I should feel like you should change something. For example, it's like take all the like movies that were adapted off books into live action, right? And how basically everybody tries to change it because they think they can do better, and the movie ends up failing. Like, you have the source material there that you know that works. Why would you try to change every little bit? If you want to change some stuff, I could see, right? To make it maybe better on the screen, sure, but trying to change like every single interaction, change the actors, this actor had, you know, X color hair, let's change it to this, so this character was male, we'll do female. Like, there's no reason to change everything. Like, if it has to be changed, sure. If it doesn't make sense and, you know, like, you want to change it to make more sense with the current mechanics and stuff, sure. But if you just want to change it because, like, you think you can do a better system, I don't think that's the right reason to do it, to be honest. If it's already been proven to work. Increase life regen. Well, this helmet is worked. It's not going for 5 days for life regen. No one's buying life regen. That's not bad. Throw some rarity on it. Slam it. Is it rarity that needs? No, it's rare monsters. P16, I'll take that. At least you got one map, right? Pulse equivalents. You don't want a new game to just be a limitation of the old one. There was no limitation of like a lot of the old systems, though, is the thing. Like, for example, the old crafting system worked in every stage of the game, and it worked really well at endgame, worked really well early and mid-game. It had options, like if you were failing on certain scenarios, or certain like attribute requirements, or you needed more of this on your weapon, or more fizz, you could craft that on. Like, it had pretty much solutions to every issue that PoE 2 has right now. Is what I'm saying. And I mean, they've already starting to implement the same stuff that the PoE 1 crafting system was able to do. Like, the game that right now, like a lot of people had issues with the attribute stuff early game. What do? They brought runes in for attribute stuff. PoE 1's crafting system already had that like kind of solution there. They just took that and just put it in a rune form. So like it is already there. So it's like, why not just try to keep using a bunch of that stuff, right? Like if you need to change some stuff to like runes and stuff to kind of like go with the current system, sure, but you already have solutions there to a lot of the issues. So like might as well take that and just see how that can fit into the current game and make sense, and then just implement it. Then to try to sit there and create a whole new solution to the problem, when the outcome will probably be the exact same solution that was in PoE 1. Like the attribute runes. Okay. What am I doing? What are we going for? I don't know what we're going for. Let's go Riverside. Well, Riverside's, is Riverside good? We're gonna go Slicks. When they plan for PoE 2 and 1 being the same game, I agree, but then they made the decision to separate out PoE 2 entirely. I'd be okay if they scrap PoE 1 features completely. Again, I think it depends on the scenario. Like, that's like doing anything, right? Like you work in a brand new job and somebody's been there for 20 years and he tells you like, hey, this is the right way to do it, but you don't do it or listen because you think you're smarter than him. It's the same thing here. Like you already have the solution, why would you ignore it? Like I said, if you have to adapt it, like, okay, PoE 1 had a crafting bench that allowed you to do the like attributes or whatever you need on your gear. This game doesn't have that, right? They're trying a different system with the runes. Okay, just throw it in a rune form. That's fine to make changes like that, right? It's still different and new, but it still is there, right? It's the same solution. It's just they're adapting it in a different way. But to completely ignore that and then try to develop your own stuff, when, like I said, it's going to probably lead to the exact same solution, is weird to me. But I mean, they're basically doing and listening, right? And taking PoE 1 features, like premise of this whole game, like literally Ritual, Breach, Delirium, all that's PoE 1 stuff. So they're already taking PoE 1 stuff and putting it into PoE 2. Because if they scrap everything from PoE 1 and was like, yeah, let's create a whole new game with whole new mechanics that was never before seen, you know how long this game wouldn't even be out, bro. This game would be years off. I think they're doing a fine job, though, Lucky. I think they're doing a really fine job. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with the crafting system, because I think that's one of the very huge weak points of the game right now. Because there really isn't a crafting system. Like, you have omens, you have essences a bit, and then fractures, I guess. And then that's it. And everything else is RNG crafting. But, like, omens you can't really use until you have a crap ton of money, efficiently at least. Essences are okay, but again, you can only get really one mod off an essence. Fractures, again, only locks one mod in, and then after that, just RNG, like, rolling. So I'm interested to see how they're gonna tackle that whole debacle and issue with the game. Do you guys have any ideas what they could do with the crafting system to make it better? I'll grab this map, actually. A stellar, a stellar. Better, excuse me, sorry. I'm still like getting over a little bit of a sickness. So I apologize about that. Better recom chance. Yeah, I think that is a good addition. I think fossils as well would be really, really good introduced into the game. I don't know if you guys know what fossils is, but it was a really fun crafting thing for PoE 1. I think that would be a pretty kind of middle ground between omens and stuff like that. Was the thing behind me, by the way? It was, wasn't it, guys? Let's go back and do this real quick. How much time do we have left? 36 seconds? Yeah, let's go do the breach. Like I said, once they get in the PoE 1 mechanics for crafting, like fossils, they get in beasts, you know what I'm saying? Like, they start to get some of that rotated over. Like, it'll be pretty good. It'll be in a good state. Just a matter of time, to be honest. Allow for those runes to be included in your combination table. So items. What do you mean by the runes to be in the recombination table? Like, are you talking about like take an item, throw a rune on it, and then allow that item modifier that the rune is giving it to be naturally rolled onto the gear that you're recomping into? Is that what you're saying? Because that would be very interesting to do that, though, but I don't exactly know. That might be kind of powerful depending on what they do, because you might be able to get like a 2-3, you know, mod item that has like 2-1 everything, then throw in a, you know, a rune into it and try to hit something crazy. Sit down. Go so slow without speed trying. Even though we're like 90% movement right now. Well, we pretty much did everything we could there. Go hit the last ritual. Can I start when he's stuck in the corner? Thank you. Nothing unfortunate. We're out of here. Alright, I guess we'll just throw this on right now. And then we'll just let it go. Bum 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 bum. Okay. Fortunate. Nobody really cares about this ring, right? Yeah. Okay.
On with the work.
Alright, with 3 more maps to slam. Plus runes for a small chance to roll towards desired attributes. I mean, it would add value to the runes because in later gameplay they devalue significantly. Yeah, I agree with that. I do think there needs to be something there to allow the runes to have more value endgame wise. I think that could be a cool addition, Rock. Just depends what they want to do, I guess, right? Like, maybe we'll see something in this league that has something to do with crafting. That's what I'm kind of hoping, because they said that unlike 0.2, this league's mechanic isn't going to be added to standard. So if you want to play like the new mechanic and stuff like that, you're going to have to go into the new league and make a new character. So it's interesting because, like, obviously that means that this league can have a lot more power into it than what 0.2 had, allowing it to be a lot more, you know, interesting. So maybe we'll have some sort of mechanic that allows us to craft a lot more powerful gear You know, that they can kind of see like, okay, if this was too powerful of a mechanic, we can't put that in the standard right away. Let's tweak it a little bit, right? And that allows it to be a lot more enjoyable. But I mean, we'll have to see what it's going to be. I'm hoping hopefully some new endgame bosses, because I feel like we haven't got any really. Abyss isn't bad, huh? I've given them these Paso player and these to hoard more items. Some more stash pages though. That's hilarious. I mean, we'll see what they do, obviously, but hopefully they're cooking up something crazy. I'm so slow. Oh my god, I'm so slowed. Bro, can you chillax with the chill aura? We only got about, what, 2 weeks until we actually hear full information on the league, so it shouldn't be that long to get information. And then obviously I'll be breaking everything down, we'll be watching it live, you know, I'll be making videos on the information on it, etc. So, you guys can expect all of that. Alright, we need to get this before we get one-shotted. The meteors do so much damage. You know, it's hard to zoom on chilled ground maps, I feel like. Bum 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 bum. If the new class introduced is Druid, which is highly likely, what would you like to see one of his skills be? A transformation, his ascendancy, like what would you like to see the Druid have? Very curious to see what your guys' thoughts on Druid is, because I don't normally play any sort of Druid / shapeshifter class in any games, MMOs, anything like that. So I'm not really, you know, in tune with what makes Druid so dope. We can't head down here. Yeah, we can. But yeah, we can head up at least. Dang, unfortunate. Oh well. Bum. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, a few more rares, and we have one more ritual to hit. 2 more rituals actually to hit. Oh my god, what happened? I don't even know what happened, to be honest. I seen a bunch of bolts come at us, and we were dead. No, I feel like our evasion isn't as high as it should be for some reason. Do you have any points we could put somewhere in this? I mean, I guess I could take a point off of here and throw in more evasion. And I'll be a bad play, lucky. Because I feel like we're just... Our evasion is kind of low. I mean, where could I throw it at? I could throw it here, I guess. Might be the best point to do it. 51. I mean, it's 2% more, and that should add up. Any more points we could take out? I mean, not really, Don't really have just any, like, floating points, low-key. And I guess the reason why is because we went over that on this side. So like, obviously we're missing out on a lot of increased evasion here. I mean, it might just be worth low-key kind of like redoing this, because we took that point out. So technically, if we take this, we're only losing 2% damage, and we're going to get all this increased evasion. Ascendancy, that would lock you into an animal-specific skill set would be cool. That would be really cool. I kind of hope with the Ascendancies for Druid, they go more like crazy. You know, like I want to see more cool, unique things, not just kind of like, here's a bear form, you know, here's like a bird or something, you know, like generic style. Like kind of hoping they go more crazy with it, and it's like, oh crap, like this is really unique, you know. Would be cool. What else did I take the point out of? Oh, here. That should be fine, even though we can't get to that. Because now we're 327, but we have 56. We roll. That's 59 without that up as well. That should be a lot better on this ability department. It allows us to get all of the like evasion back. We lose obviously some energy shield, but that should be fine. Like I don't think I'm worried too much about that. And like I said, we could take like a point out of here, low key, and then just come up here, slam a point into this, and then I mean right back with that. Result 58%. We only lose 1%, and that's without having tailwind up. So it should be a lot better overall now. Okay, go slam this. Okay, that's really good. Okay, got a pretty good map here. That's fair. It could be like a eagle that affects the wind you give on a tornado, or a bear that shakes the ground, giving you earthquakes, something like that. I mean, that would be cool. I just kind of hope it's like I said, just more unique. Like, imagine it allows you to transform like a dragon, or just, you know, like something that's more like crazy. Because like you have, you know, like Infernalist, which is like demon form. It's like, whoa, you know, like you don't expect that, right? Like that's like, okay, that's really unique. Something that's like kind of crazy in that regard, I would love to see. Can't remember. Is Hidden Grotto a good map, boys? I can't remember. I don't think. I mean, Sun Temple we're not doing. Hell no. Can't remember. Is Hidden Grotto good? I mean, we're gonna slam it, I think. Not just the basic animals, deer, bear, tiger. I would 100% agree. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Wild. Like something like really unique that's cool. I would love to see that. Like there's a lot of cool animals, right? Like I think somebody pointed out last stream, like a chimera would be cool, you know, like something that's unique, you know, that's like plays into the game and stuff that you really don't see. I'm interested to see what are things up to. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, we're up to 70%. Yeah, 70% with dodge roll, like, is really good with 3,300 energy shield. And then also full energy shield leeching. Yeah, it's really good. Should make us significantly tanky, because I think before we were like 55, 56%. So, like... I feel a lot better now. Goldfish, platypus, koala, all the scary kind of animals, that'd be insane. That'd be hilarious. A goldfish, bro. Just be a Pokemon style. Just use splash. That's all you can do. So kind of splash around. That'd be hilarious. You know, I'd love to see though in this game, something they never did in PoE 1 would be like a water league. Like have something with like you able to go in water or something like that, you know. Now I don't know how that would work. I don't think you could be able to swim, but it'd be cool if there was like an oxygen mechanic. Like, okay, you go underwater, right? And you have a set amount of time to like clear the map or do something with your remaining oxygen or something like that. But like the creatures and stuff are like sharks and, you know, like squids and like a bunch of like underwater stuff would be really cool to see. And they could do like, you know, the bosses like krakens and like cool underwater creatures, you know. I feel like that would be very like interesting and something unique, but something that's pretty cool. I got you, Hognat. Let me just finish this ritual. Swap around and play something sick. Here's the build that I'm currently running. I need to get the extra damage runes out of here for crit damage since we're not on our cast unfreeze setup. Well, like I feel like that'd be a very cool mechanic. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Like I said, underwater thing where like you enter, you have like, you know, you're just kind of like underwater running around. You have an air tank that like kind of determines how long you can stay there or whatever, and then, you know, could be like a bunch of like underwater creatures and stuff like that. And obviously they could expand upon it, right? But that would be like kind of the premise and basis of it, I guess. But you could maybe have like upgrades and stuff to where like you can upgrade your oxygen and stuff like that. Maybe like a little like roguelike thing. That could be kind of cool. An Atlantis type city underwater. But the mechs would need to be insane if you're actually underwater. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like I said, there could be a bunch of stuff like you're fighting one of the bosses and it's like you need to run around to find air pockets to keep your oxygen up to be able to fight him, you know, to kill him and stuff like that. Like, yeah, for sure. Right, there's a lot of stuff they could do. They've never done that in PoE 1. There's never been anything similar to that. I feel like could be a very cool thing in PoE 2. Especially with the graphic improvements and animations and all that, new systems on the engine. Like, I feel like doing an underwater area could look like amazing. Bum, bum, bum. Hey, T5 Prime Quiver, we always take those, boys. Similar to the Sun God part, here needing to get out of the light. You could do Underwater Cave where you need to get to the air pocket, same idea. Yeah, pretty much, yeah, I feel like it could be cool. And like I said, I'm sure they could, like, expand it upon it, right, with like different mechs. Obviously you don't just got to do like air pockets the whole time, right? Like, but that could be something that is interesting, right? Like I could think already of like one of the fights is like you're fighting a giant squid or something as like bosses, and he like throws ink on the whole arena so you can't see where he's at, but like you have to like, I don't know, maybe do a mechanic or something to like clear the ink out to figure out where he's sitting at, and if you don't do it quick enough you kind of like die. You know, like he just like one shots the whole arena. Like I feel like that would be a cool like mechanic as well for one of the bosses. Upping that as a trident that increases water move speed. That could be interesting, yeah, like in the mechanic and stuff. They could do like a whole area, like a map or something. Like after you beat the boss, you go to like an under like water wrecked ship or something that just has like a bunch of chests on it, you know? Or something like that. That'd be cool. They have like a high chance of getting a bunch of junk. Or even like a, like you said, Atlantis type thing. Like you could like go in Atlantis's vault or something. A lot of stuff they could do. That'd be very cool. Now, if they steal the idea, though, boys, remember who did it first. Right here. Imagine. That'd be hilarious. They'll be going to the live stream, and it's their new thing is exactly what he's saying here. It's like an underwater league. That'd be hilarious. They're just 5-man raids. Raids would be cool. I just don't think they'll ever do that because they specifically said that the reason why they don't do like guild bosses and stuff is because they don't want to have any content that forces people to be in like massive guilds or groups. They want everything to be soloable. So I don't think we'll ever really get to see like 5, 10-man raid style content in this game. It's not that like you can't do it, right? You can group up for everything. It's just I don't know if they'll ever have content that forces you to do that based off of their philosophy, and they want everything to be soloable. There's like one more rare, I think, up here.
Now there's a nice surprise.
Unfortunate. Nothing good around here. I think it goes so many places with the time travel and interdimensional travel concepts. Underwater will slow the movement speed in that environment. We need to develop special gear to go underwater performance. That'd be cool, yeah. The druid goldfish would be OP. Imagine. That's where he shines, bro. That'd be hilarious. I mean, there's a lot of stuff they could do, like you said, Rock. I didn't even think about that, like, gate stuff that they had. Yeah. They could do a bunch of the concepts are kind of endless, to be honest. I guess it just depends on like what they want to do and stuff. But I do think an underwater thing would be really cool, though. At least in my personal opinion. I mean, I could be completely wrong. You guys might think I'm stupid, but I think it could be cool. Because like not a lot of games do underwater, bro. I feel like try to think right now. What like action game / MMO / like ARPG, like RPG game has done underwater action like sort of, environments that you can go and fight and stuff like that and loot? Not really any, if all. Like, I have not played one, I feel like, that has done that. Like, I feel like it'd be a cool concept. Just because you never really see it. Alright. I mean, this is not bad if we got a crit chance on it, but like, I mean, if anybody wants this, let me know. Guess I'll keep it for now. Shay Grey Rat, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome, much appreciate it. Warframe? Oh, yeah, I forgot about Warframe, yeah. I never played Warframe. I couldn't get into the whole waiting aspect of it, of like, going and doing something and waiting 20 hours till this thing gets built. I just could never go with that. Subnautica is the other one I can think of. Subnautica is really cool. I cannot wait for the new Subnautica that's co-op. But I've heard some, like, I've seen that thing about it where it's like, they fired the whatever people. It's like that lead, what do you call it? I don't know if it's the designer or the one that oversees the project or whatever. Because, like, he wasn't working on the game or something, but he said he was, and they're deliberately firing the people and pushing the game back because they had, like, a goal. If they were wanting their EA this year, they got, like, 200 something million or something like that, but they deliberately delayed the game so they didn't have to pay that. But like I said, I haven't really looked into it. That's just kind of the gist that I was getting. I don't know like what's going on there. You can accelerate the build with in-game currency now. Oh, okay, Rock. I'd have to look into it then. Didn't we get a... I don't know, I should know if we have anything here. Let's go ahead and slam something. I want to slam. There we go. The developer? Okay, yeah, so it was the lead dev. Yeah, it's... I don't know what's going on over there, man. I'm hoping that they get whatever is right, because it sucks That definitely looks cool. What is this? Magic, rare and feeble. Okay, so it's not bad. We can try to slam it. This needs to have rare people, rare monsters. We slam that. Rare people, Jesus. Alright, we're gonna throw that with that because it has no rarity. Then we throw that with that because it has no rares, and then we double slam. And we hope that we hit. Alright, that hit. Bet. What did you hit? I mean, that's not bad either. 2 decent maps, nice. Bum 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 bum. Okay, we can run this one again. Sorry about that, guys.
Clean kill.
There we go, out of that slow field thing. Alright, so the rituals, we'll get these done so we don't have to come back for him. We don't have to backtrack, I should say, for him. Bum 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 bum. Also, a quality of life to pick some Lacma splinters up one game.
Now there's a nice surprise.
Bum 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 bum. Sure, take it. We'll get out of here. I guess we gotta go down, huh? Been purpose like they're dropping like candy, but yeah, they don't go for anything. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. You wait till next league where they actually go for something. Oh man, it's gonna be nice. Let's go back and hit the breach. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Oh, last enemy. Where you at, last enemy? Alright, there we go. Keep moving down here. Well, I was gonna teleport up, but oh, actually, there's one here we didn't do. Let's go to this one. Do 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 do. Do we care about a prismatic? Not really. It doesn't have any tiers to it. There's no reason to really be picking it up. We're not gonna get anything good out of it. Alright, anything good out of the rituals? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Let's go down and kill these rares, and then I guess we can get out of the map. Have you ever used Bind Spectre skill? I have not. I feel like you kind of forget what that skill does. Is that the one where you can bind whatever enemy you want as like a minion? Is that the one that we're talking about? One more rare, I think. That's it. Yeah, I have not used that skill. I just don't really run minion builds. I don't really like for other sources to do damage rather than myself. So I don't really just run those style of builds. Like, I'll do spell builds, I'll do like melee builds, range builds, but I won't really touch minion builds. If that makes any sense, like. But I know minion builds are really good though, so maybe I should start playing with them, I don't know. It's not a bad pull, to be honest. That's up for a div, I guess, just to see what happens. We do not have a thing, unfortunate. So you there for now. Do 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 do. Nothing really good here. Let's keep it moving. Crypt, no. I think we have a hidden grotto over here, don't we? Any down here? And there's Og. I just don't think Og is good. I can't remember, bro. Ornaments with minion builds is a pain. No situational awareness for your character with 10 plus minions around. Yeah. It's another, I guess, reason why I don't run it. Screen clutter is just kind of to me. Well, Foundry, we want Factory though if we're gonna do one. We'll do Riverside, why not? Hopefully we get a hit. Good thing here, good hit. As a solo is OP, it's when I'm running my hundreds of other players running their minions. Oh, okay, you're talking about that side. Yeah, I mean, I can see how that would be annoying. I also feel like minion AI is just kind of weird sometimes too. I'd rather the mistake to be on me than the mistake to be on the game, if that makes any sense. At least I know that, like, there's nothing like, you know, or well, I could have done better, right, than just having the minions that, like, AI kind of bug out, and then it's like, kind of cock. Bum 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 bum. There we go. I'm gonna kill this little group up here, but there we go. Got 2 breaches back to back. Jesus. Not the best map for breaches, to be honest. It's pretty narrow and like really only one way. Kind of sucks, but oh well. What are you gonna do? I didn't realize I left the shrine behind. That's interesting. Alright, well, I think we did pretty much the best we could here, boys. I don't think we're really gonna get any better than what we did. Maybe up here to the left if there's any enemies. No, I doubt we're gonna be able to run back in time though. And do anything over here. We can check, but I highly doubt it. Unless it's I don't think I have the unique one on it that allows me to. Yeah. Okay. Next breach, next breach. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Okay, well, again, I don't think there's really anything else we can do here. Maybe run back up if we have time, hit the top right, but I don't know if we will. Nope. All right. Well, time to just see what we get out of this. Does anybody care about this? I don't think so. I'll go back and just like double check, but I'm like 90% sure nobody really cares about that one. Do 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 do. Guess we'll let this thing possess the rare. Alright, come on. Oh my god, I got stunned 8 billion times. I hate this game sometimes with the stun. Okay, do I care about a white? Not really. Bump, bump, bump. Sorry, 1 second, guys.
Go on.
Bum. Yeah, this is a pretty bad map. We gotta find a better map. We'll do. How much are crit damage soul cores?
Hey.
I need 3 of them. It's 26 divs. Ah, whatever. I'm just gonna buy it, I guess. So absurd. Alright. Well, let's see how much more crit damage now. A lot more crit damage. Alright, let's go and try this again. Now that we have all that crit damage increase, we'll see what that puts us at. Try bossing again.
Never thought
Bum bum
leaving
bum bum
home
bum
in
bum
one day
bum bum
lead me
bum
to
bum bum
another
bum bum
realm.
bum. So I got one thing, 1 second, guys. Sorry about that.
That was almost a challenge.
Bum ba bum ba bum ba ba bum bum. We'll see exactly how bossing damage feels this time. We do have what do you call it on now? Crit damage slow cores, which is what I was running last time, and it was feeling pretty good. So we'll see how it feels now.
No mana.
Bum ba 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 bum ba bum ba bum ba bum.
My mana's gone.
All right. Ah, the stuns, bro. The stuns, the stuns, the stuns. Let's run it again. This time with no stuns, please. We got double stunned. He did the AoE stun, plus he did the multi-shoot stun, which is fantastic. So I don't know if we have pinpoint critical on here or not. What is our crit chance without pinpoint critical? I mean, it's 29. What pinpoint? It's 47. So it's 29, but then we're basically getting it like 30 something, right? 37 or something, 36, 37, and then that's without that. I mean, do we have pinpoint critical on it? Just like our crit damage is so less though. Like we go from, what's our crit damage without it? 766, and then with it, it's only 500, right? Yeah. Probably worth throwing it off and throwing like Primal Artament in here. We'll try that. We'll try to throw the pinpoint critical off and then throw Primal in here. And then we'll just see how that feels. Low-key. We'll do that. We'll try that out next. See how that feels. See how that feels.
Harm would one day lead me to another realm. A clean kill.
Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Bum, 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 bum.
Need mana. Need mana.
Bum, 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 bum. We want to swap that on. That on. I think that's it, right? We want primal armament, ever extend, elemental focus, close combat, concentrated effect. Yeah, we'll try this out. We'll see how this feels, boys. Wrong thing, don't want to shoot. Wait till 22, just because we're going to lose a stack or two. There we go. Okay, that's the setup. That's the setup we needed. Okay. We figured out no pinpoint critical on the actual thing. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. 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 Out of here. Actually, should we take the bracers? We'll take everything if we can. Why not? Alright. Good to know, guys. Good to know. Good to know. Pinpoint critical is not the wave. Trash. 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 Not bad.
Let's hope possession now lies dormant.
I mean, that's not bad. It just sucks because there's no spirit besides like the base. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna go for anything. Not in the current league. Trash, 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 trash. Yeah, trash, trash, trash. Bad. Okay.
Let's hope possession.
Reforge some rings, and then we're good.
Yes. Let's hope possession now lies dormant.
That sits reliquary key. Put stuff back on here. Did we get anything good out of it? I'm gonna say probably a no, but I guess you never know. I mean, Avengers Gamble's not bad, but nobody's buying in this league, sadly. throw it up there and see what happens.
Yes.
See what I throw it into? I think I threw it into the... Yeah, we're not throw it into there. I throw it into there.
Yes.
Bum 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 bum. Doom, doo doom, doo doom. Alright. Come on, maps, maps. Did I crop it early? Yeah, let's see. So just rarity all these and then just try to slam it and hope that they roll everything else. Or should I just throw them all with quantity? What do you guys think? Rarity or quantity? I think I should just slam these maps with and then just val them and hope this... Because I mean, like, majority of them probably could use rare. But I mean, they're also low on rarity. I mean, usually they do also roll rare monsters when you do corrupt them and actually hit. I think I'm gonna go rarity, to be honest. Since I don't have rarity either, I think it's worth to do that. There's not a quick one. It sucks. Juicer. 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 Okay. Pour it. Not bad. Nope. 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 Yes. Okay, so we have these maps there now. Nice.
Yes.
We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. Alright, now I see the hit. Let's get some maps. The hard part, huh? Man, these aren't bad maps. Low key. They're not really hit though. Not a bad map. Fire and cold, that's unfortunate, but let's run it. So that goes. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Our sound tangibility sucks.
Sound the big one. Now there's a nice surprise.
Hey, speed shrine. Oh, yeah, baby. Come on, breach. Where you at, breach? There's the breach.
The alarm is gone.
Bum 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 bum. We need to head up left and then up.
I need mana.
Maybe down?
A wordy flow.
Okay. Anything right? We didn't hit yet? No, unfortunate. Alright, let's go hit the rituals, I think, and then we're done with the map. Unfortunate. Bum 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 bum. Oh, yo, chill. Bum, 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 There's a lot of vine drops at, man. I need more than what's currently dropping. I'm not get teleported into the enemy's game. Oh my god. There we go. Alright, nothing good. Go kill the rares and then I guess we're done with the map. We're out of here.
Almost a challenge.
Alright, we're out of here.
Of course. Time is not on our side.
Dun, 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 dun. Alright, what did this map hit? Not really anything good, but we do have some good maps already, so let's get to the next. On the trenches. Run it again, run it again. We have 3 good maps. We've run a good map on this. So any other good maps? Double trenches, I guess. Sump, seepage, seepage. Do you have a grenade endgame build? A grenade endgame build? I do not. I do not. I do have crossbow builds, but I don't have any that are catered to grenade endgame farming. For endgame usage. Most of my grenade stuff happens to like early to mid game, and then once you get to end game, you'll swap off to other stuff. Where do I find the mercenary endgame? If you're looking for my specific builds, oh my god, I just walked into that. Insane. If you're looking for my endgame builds, I can link you to the crossbow stuff that I have. Give me 1 second. I do not have mercenary specifically. I have more of in line. There you go. That is my mobilytics page for my Huntress crossbow. I run that because I think it's better than mercenary. To be honest, it does more damage on average, so I do think it's a lot better. Especially the ascendancy stuff that it gives. So that's what I currently run. If you're looking for something like that, that is. Are you specifically looking for only mercenary or what, Adrian? It's on the window. I like to build it until starting a new character at the moment. So if you're gonna be going mercenary, let me look at one thing before I say anything because I don't want to get anything wrong. You know how that goes, right? Yeah, so if you're going to be building it like that, I believe if I remember correctly, Mercenary would start at this side. So you would probably kind of build it similar. I mean, the way that I build my thing, I can try to pull up the MOBA real quick for you and explain. Give me 1 second. Let me flip it over so this way you can see what I'm talking about. 1 second. There you go. Should be able to see it. So you would start down here, right? Obviously, if you're going to be building it, eventually at endgame, you would go with similar items. Like, you're probably going to still be running Deepest Tower and stuff. Like I said, it depends what you want to do. Like, you can level with explosive grenade and stuff like that. Same with the MOBA. Leading up to that, right? While you're going through. It depends on how you want to play endgame. Like, there's different things. Like, for example, this one, it's not on Mobalytics, but we were using the Last Lament, which is a new unique brought in. And that has... what do you call it? If we just Google it real quick. PoE 2, so this way you can see what I'm seeing here. So this crossbow is a new one introduced, right? So this one allows you to get Requiem, which is a unique skill and stuff. And we kind of build around that. So it depends what you want to do, but if you want to do that, you could just kind of follow similar on the items and stuff like that. But we do have other ones that, you know, run shock bursts and stuff like that and don't use it, just use a rare crossbow. You could basically do that because it would be pretty similar on tree-wise, to be honest with you. Since you're going to still want to play down into here for Deepest Tower, since you're going to get all that increased damage against enemies on low life. And Deepest Tower allows you to count enemies on low life as long as they're in your presence range. So you would still pretty much build similar, rotating down, you know, in some points into here and stuff. If you're going to be doing crit stuff, you would try to rotate up into this side and this side potentially. But I guess in theory you could just grab this cluster and then start to rotate down into like True Strike and similar stuff and tweak the tree a little bit. But you would want to still build into the low life cluster for sure. And still run pretty similar items. Like I said, I don't have a merc, so I can't tell you like node for node what you would do. But you would still play really similar in terms of gear, crossbow, you know, skills, etc. It would just come down to the tree being a little bit different on how you path to items and areas. And depending if you're going crit or not, which I would highly suggest rotating in a crit and playing a crit build with it. And then obviously your ascendancy would be a little bit different, if that makes any sense. No, Mercenary is an option for endgame. The reason why I don't run Mercenary for endgame is because I think Amazon currently is just kind of better kitted for damage and for crits. Because the whole thing with like, what do you call it, Amazon, if you play Huntress, is you can rotate into like Penetrate, right? Where a percentage of accuracy rating on your weapon is physical, like added as physical damage. And then you could also get with accuracy that your excessive like chance to hit. So once you go past 100%, 25% of that will be added back as crit chance, right? So it's really easy to stack like a lot of accuracy on a rare crossbow. I could try to find one here, see if I have any. And then, you know, from there, if we look like this one, right? We have 622 accuracy rating on it, right? So like a lot of that's getting added as fizz damage, plus that's helping you get past that 100% like kind of excessive chance to hit, getting more crit. So it's really easy to rotate into Amazon and play a crit build and get to like really good high crit chance numbers. And then plus on top of that, I mean, you're getting, you know, more damage against enemies that have open weaknesses. Plus you'd probably play into in for the kill. So it's even more skill speed, which results in obviously more attack speed and stuff like that, which is really huge for crossbow builds because you want to try to get a lot of attacks per second with pretty much all the crossbow skills. Unless you're playing like, I mean, honestly, all of them you want to have attack speed, to be honest. So in my opinion, it's just better kitted than Mercenary. Mercenary is still a good option, don't get me wrong. It's just, I think Amazon offers a little bit more than Merc. But that's just up to you. I mean, if you're already building into Merc, you might as well just keep playing it, to be honest. If that makes any sense, Adrian. Now we're looking on our goals. We're only 60 followers away from 1,700 on Twitch and 38 subs away on Twitch as well from our 100 sub goal. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think Huntress is just better, to be honest. It offers more damage, better ratios for crit, more attack speed. Like, the big thing you get off Merc is just the fact that, like, you have a percentage of doing the boss's health. If you get, like, Witch Hunter, or whatever it's called, Demon Hunter, like, you know, chance of doing like X percentage of the health bar instantly or whatever. But like, I just think Huntress is just more kitted, to be honest, at the current league. Maybe next league it'll change, but for right now, I advise just going Huntress. You played Huntress earlier with Spear? Yeah, I mean, crossbow's really good with Huntress, bow's really good with Huntress. Like, you can do a lot of other builds with Huntress. You don't just need to do Spear. And like I said, if you wanted to build into like Last Lament and stuff like that, we do have a full build going for that, which like had amazing clear, really good bossing damage. Like, it was really fun to play, not gonna lie. Which is, like I said, one of the new unique crossbows that they brought in, like kind of the mid-patch update they did. They don't explode? Gotcha. I mean, that could be an issue with like your heralds and or you just not having enough damage. It just depends on how you're trying to build your spears. Bro, I cannot attack. Thank you. Jesus. Stock voice. There we go. I have a lot of Huntress builds. Depends what you want to do. I have endgame Huntress bow builds. I have endgame Huntress spear builds. I have a crossbow Huntress build. For both the unique crossbow and non-unique, just rare crossbow. So depends what you want to do, but I do have a plethora of Huntress builds. I'm currently running bow. I think bow is very fun. It depends what your definition of best is. Like, the reason why I run bow is because I like to take effect to the like new what do you call it, unique quiver they brought in, and you can only do that with a bow, obviously. But I mean, it just depends, and it's up to you. Like, I wanted to do Movespeed, and obviously I think bow is the best for that, just because of the skills it provides. But like, in terms of like, you know, depending on what you want to do, crossbow could be the best. Like, if you want to have a really, like, huge high DPS for bossing and decent clear, I probably would say bow. But if you want to have really good damage still and clear, but be cheaper to build into, then I would say crossbow. Because crossbow is more off meta right now, so it's easier to buy crossbows and get into the build than it is with bows, since bows are used more, and it's just more expensive right now at the current market. You know, I might actually defer that and all. At the moment, the build you're using is the second on your MOBA, right? The one I'm currently using, if you do exclamation point build, Adrian, in chat, you'll find the build link for it. That'll lead you to the YouTube, and then in the comments you'll see the MOBA, or if you give me a second, actually I can just link you the MOBA, it might be easier. But it should just be on my like profile. You should see it. It should be 140% Movespeed. It'll say 200 mil DPS plus 140% MS, and then once you go to that, you should see the Movespeed under build variants. You'll see the 140% MS build, but I can go ahead and just link you it directly here. This way there's no confusion. There you go, Adrian. That link will go directly to the Movespeed build. What's your take on final build versus the spear final build? Spear meta seems great for mapping, but not sure how it would perform for bossing. You seen them melt them with bow setup? No problem, Adrian. Glad I can help out. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. Obviously, if you can't like catch me on stream or anything, we do have a great Discord. If you do exclamation point Discord, you'll find that, and that's like the best place to catch me off stream and like get help and stuff outside of streams. So for me, I never like the spear build that I did was just kind of like a fun factor build I wanted to do. I wanted to do Whirling Slash with Wind Serpent Spear, Frenzy Charge, stacking Deadeye. So we were still able to achieve one-shotting, but obviously it was not that consistent. It was there, but I think definitely the bow build is way more consistent just because you don't have to worry about Frenzy Charge stacking. You don't have to worry about lining up everything and hitting the boss, you know, in the correct way to pin him in kind of the back wall to hit all your Frenzy Charge, your Wind Serpents, I should say, and other stuff. But I will say, I think Spear is a little bit, I'll say a little bit more enjoyable when it comes to Whirling Slash, but I never played like Lightning Spear, so I don't really know that compared to bow. But I like bow overall more than Spear though. I think it just does everything better. Like same clear, better bossing DPS, more consistent, better survivability, etc. Unless you're really building into like Spear heavily and investing. At least that's my opinion.
Go on.
Bet it up, Adrian. Welcome, man. The rotation on this bow build is a little confusing to get started with. I do have it on the MOBA guide written under rotation. But what I do basically is I'll throw my tornadoes down, that'll generate our rage. And then I'll wait a little bit. And then I'll just kind of go into the boss. I'll throw it again to refresh the duration of it. He'll come up. I'll just throw my lightning rods down so you can barrage in your rods to set them up quicker. But that's up to you. It also has a little bit more damage, but again, I don't think it's 100% needed. And then he'll come up, we'll just mark him, and then ball lightning to shock him, and then we just start shooting our arrows. And then we melt the boss pretty much in like a blink of an eye. Like I said, it is a little bit confusing for sure if you've never played the build, but after a few attempts, you'll get used to it. And I mean, the damage is like insane. It's wild the amount of DPS you can get out of it once you get it down. But like I said, all that's written on the Mobalytics guide, so you can refer back to that anytime for the full rotation. It should be under how it plays, like at the bottom of the Mobalytics guide. Bro, I can't shoot because of this guy. Thank you. That is the gem swapping. We only swap 2 gems compared to a boss. It should be, just keep scrolling down, you should see it. It's just better because obviously you don't want deliberation on one mapping because it'll give you way more movespeed penalty when shooting, which slows your character down. So we just swapped that off.
Ready for.
I mean, I do, yes, but I mean it's super simple. We swap 2 gems and that's about it. Takes like a second to do. But I mean, if you don't want to do that, what I would do is leave pinpoint critical on. You'd leave that like that, take the liberation off, and then you'd probably throw something else on here. Or you could simply only swap 1 gem if you wanted to. Like, you could literally just do this, right? And then just swap this one bossing. If you want to do it like that. If that makes any sense. But you only need, by the way, let me reiterate, you only need to do the gem swapping if you're pinnacle bossing. So I only ever do it if I'm going against, like, you know, Zesh, if I'm only going against, like, items with the king. Anything else, like, you know, like, Delirium, like, you little enemies like that, uniques, map bosses, anything like that, I don't ever swap. We have more than enough damage to just do it normally and kill them. Alright, I'll get out of here with this. Honestly, it seems great for mapping, but I have plenty of enemies to build your charges. So maybe a hurdle when you're just coming to a boss and it charges. Yeah, so the way you would do that with Spear, you would have to like Spear Stab or something else and try to get like friendly charge generation onto it to be able to generate your friendly charges. So you'd have to stab the boss a few times when he gets up to get your friendly charges up. And then you would go into your setup, you know, and all that. Okay, we're out of here. Bad, Adrian, bet it up.
There's hope. Fresh now lies dormant.
Bump, bump, bump. Wow, do. It's the best. Sulfuric Caverns. I mean, maybe we'll go back to here because I think this has the chance of, where is it over here? It might be this, right? It has a chance of containing omens. Yes, it does. I think Seepage is bad. Riverside isn't that bad. We'll do Riverside, I guess. Actually, I don't know. What do you guys think? Seepage or Riverside? What do you guys think? Well, there's a moment of Zen. We probably should just slap a random T16 on that. While you guys are gonna do that, I'm just gonna do a random T16 and a moment of Zen. One sec. No, you guys just thoughts. You done your thoughts, your thoughts. T16 don't matter. Do 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 do.
Choose.
Do dog. No, this is the best one, I think. I mean, I guess we could just go Beacon of Azus as well. And then just slam it. Beacon of Azus, slam it. So a Storm Charge on here. What is Storm Charged on it? Fear Envy. I need double fear.
How can I help?
And the modifiers as well. One of corruption. 3% of physical damage leeches life. I don't exactly know how good that is. I don't. I think. Throw it up. I'll throw it for like 3 days and we'll just see what happens. Now we'll do. Yeah, we'll leave it at 3. Who knows? Might hit a juicer magooser. A juicer magooser. A juicer magooser. Alright, well, I think we're gonna do. Here we go. Alright. Seepage isn't that bad, actually, now that I remember it. Or we loaded into it. How can you show me the set 2 you have now? Sure. I pretty much use the set 2 for everything. Low-key, I believe crossfit build's the same, movement speed build's the same, build build's the same. We just want to run a wand with increased crit chance and then chance of shock. This way we can run like ball lightning and stuff. And the reason why we run ball lightning is just because ball lightning has such a high already like chance of shock. It's 750% more chance of shock. Then you throw conduction on, right? That's 850% more chance of shock. So like this has a really high chance to be able to hit an enemy and shocking him instantly. So we do that, and then obviously the increased crit and chance of shock is just kind of on top of that as well. Then we run an effigy of cruelty since we're playing a crit build, and ball lightning is a spell. If we crit with the spell, we'll get 5 stacks of critical weakness, and that basically at max 20 stacks will give us 10% basically to our base crit chance, which is huge, and allows us to get a lot more overall. And obviously, you know, since we're critting with ball lightning and all that, we pretty much get, you know, max stacks instantly. So it's a really good synergy there for free. So we're shocking, you know, we're getting stacks of critical weakness from our crit chance. Like, it's just really easy the multipliers of damage to be able to throw on any build. So that's what we're doing there.
Clean kill.
Where's this enemy at? Every time I knew. Do 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 do. That kind of items in set 2 and enough to do anything else. The only thing else you would do is one, just make sure your ball lightning and stuff is going to be set on weapon set 2 instead of weapon set 1. Same with like your connectivity and stuff like that. And then from there is some points on the tree we do with weapon set 2, and that's like all covered in the MOBA too. Like if you see anything with green, that's weapon set 2. Anything with this like reddish orange is weapon set 1. And we just do this because that allows our like ball lightning and stuff with the wand, allows to put like points on the tree for more magnitude of shock, right? Like better chance of shocking an enemy, stuff like that, right? But we don't have to worry about making our main points go into that. So we can just kind of take full DPS nodes and like survivability nodes, all that other junk with our weapon set 1, if that makes any sense. So we get like all the benefit from shocking and getting higher magnitude, which means more damage, without having to worry about wasting points away into it. So, like I said, in the mobile Linux guide, the weapon set points and all that are set, so you can just look at that and be like, oh, this is green, that's weapon set 2. Oh, this is reddish orange, that's weapon set 1, and you can just follow that pattern. Let man the corner, man. Do 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 do. Unfortunate, boys. Can make it down here in time. No, I'll kill the rare monsters. We're done.
There's a nice surprise.
I didn't play this season at the start. Now I reached level 67 and the market price for everything is basically chaos orbs or divs. Any tips for starting a Huntress build? Yeah, so that's the only unfortunate thing is like since the player base is kind of so like dead right now that a lot of the prices of items are skyrocketing up. And like you said, a lot of it's chaos or divs, which kind of sucks for newer players coming in that don't have the currency to buy stuff. You could just try checking, like, you know, swinging by a div, swinging by exalts on the trade market to see if there's anything you can get. I mean, you don't need to have an insane bow or, you know, insane anything, depending on what build you're going with the Huntress. Just try to look for, you know, starter gear that you can kind of get through, especially since you're only level 67. You shouldn't need anything insane for lower tier maps. And then from there, I would just start trying to, you know, throw rarity, throw quantity if you can on your maps, you know, etc. Like if you have tablets and you see towers, try to hit those to get more rare monsters, more quantity, you know, etc. on your maps to see if you could try to drop divines and other items. But I mean, beyond that, I mean, you can also try to be picking up items as well and identifying them and see if they roll anything good. But I mean, beyond that, there's not really too much else you can currently do to try to like farm your gear up. You always could try to run as well. A good way to make currency would be to run the Trial of Chaos, because the runes there do sell for a lot. The soul cores, I mean, like especially if you get the crit damage soul cores, each of those are going for like 9 divines, I think, right now. So if you get some of those to drop, right, those sell for a lot. Yeah, 1 for 9 right now, right, if you get these soul cores to drop. So could run Trials of Chaos as well.
There's hope there now lies dormant. Go on.
Yep, no problem. Hands up. If you have any more questions, man, or anything like that, feel free to ask away. You can also catch me in Discord as well. Exclamation point Discord. You'll find the link for our Discord, and then you can send like, you know, questions there, stuff like that too, if you can't catch me on stream. Alright, so with that setup, what the sub? I didn't even see that, bro.
Yes.
Let's get it set up. Oh yeah, man. W's in the chat for the boys setup. That puts a 6 out of 5 for the daily goal. You guys are just going crazy today. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, rock. I need to order that soundboard, bro. I could be playing like Matt Sounds right now. For each sub. Bum 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 bum. No, we about to blow up once the new league hits, bro. I feel it. the stuff set up, you know. Get the guides ready to go, bro. Oh, we about to go crazy on New League. Then you got Borderlands 4 as well, like 2 weeks after. So like, who knows? Maybe we'll take a look at that, bro. I don't know. It just sucks like that Borderlands 4 is like that, because like if it was like a month after something, it'd be perfect, you know? I feel like that's how it always is though. Like games release so close to each other. It's like there'll be nothing for 2 months and then it's like bang game, 2 weeks bang game. You know, then it's like nothing for a month or two, then bang game, then another game like a month after. Like it's like bro, like people don't be like, why is it always like within one time frame, 1 month, all the games? What am I looking for? So Seepage isn't bad. We ran Seepage. Yeah, Seepage isn't bad. Willow's also a decent one. Should have some Seepage maps, I think, over here. Yeah, banger of a map. Oh, we actually don't have anything to roll, though. We need to roll a map. 10 toes in for Borderlands? You mean 9 toes? Get it? Because, like, Borderlands 1, first boss was 9 toes. You know what I'm saying? I'm funny, guys, right? I mean, that's not bad. Not bad. These have rarity, actually. They all need rarity. Unfortunate. We only had 2 good maps out of that. Rock. Alright. I don't know who I want to play on Borderlands 4 though. Like, I was looking at Rafa. Rafa looks cool. I do want to start making videos too. I think definitely one video I'm going to be making 100% is when Harlow gets her stuff announced. I'm going to be making like a what class is right for you, whatever type of video. I do want to be covering news. I just feel like right now there's not really too much. I know Amon got his gameplay overview like thing. But I mean, I feel like that's been covered a lot already for like Amon's abilities. Harlow, nobody knows nothing about. So I might just start trying to make content once Harlow gets announced. But I don't know, like, I kind of go for like the crit builds in games, and I don't feel like they haven't really been announced yet. Like, you can kind of do that with Rafa, with like his one, I think augment allows his shock to be guaranteed crits if you shock an enemy. But again, it's like, I don't know. I kind of honestly need to, I feel like Harlow could be cool though, because I think she can like link enemies together to share damage. So like a crit build with her might be really cool for mobbing. Who are you thinking about playing, Rock? Porg? We don't really have Porg. I mean, I guess the closest thing would be Amon, I think. Low key. Because he has some stuff like a rocket fist, like a, you know, a giant like hammer that you can slam down and create like a fire wave, you know. I feel like that'd be the closest thing right now to Torg. Yeah, it'd be hilarious to run a Torg. I don't know, like I said, I really want to do crit style stuff. I just don't know who to play for that. Like, I definitely think it's Rafa, maybe Harlow. I mean, we still have to wait to see what Harlow even, like, her abilities are. Like, well, we know her action skills, but again, we don't know any of her passives or augments or anything, so, like, who knows, you know? I'm just thinking her because I know she can link people. I think it's her, like, little passive is her little, like, ailment she puts on enemies links the damage, so if you hit one, it'll like hit them all. So that's why I'm like, huh, what if you run like a crit sniper and link everybody and then just one shot the whole mob? Like, could be good. But I'm not too sure yet, because I do like melee stuff too. Too many options, man, which is a good thing. I don't think we've had that in a Borderlands since like Borderlands 2. So I'm pretty hyped for that. Bum 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 bum. That's ritual. Yo, what's up, Brad? How you doing today? Need one more ritual to be done. Just down here. Waiting for Battlefield 6 beta? Yeah. I think it's 4 a.m. East it comes out. I low-key might like sleep, wake up at like 6 or something and play it. Low-key. We'll see. I might have something I have to do tomorrow though. I'll have to look. Can't remember. We'll see though, we'll see. Patch for PoE 2, yeah. Hopefully it's a banger. Hopefully they cooked up something. Only time will tell. Only time will tell.
Until next time. Yes.
Should be getting some news on that in like a week or two. Lucky. Well, I think it's like 15, 16 days or something until quote unquote they should be revealing everything. But hopefully in the next week or two, like, you know, over that course up until full reveal, they start throwing some teasers out and it'd be nice. Yeah, Battlefield looks great, man. The new one. I can't wait, dude, because like we haven't had a good Battlefield in a while, it feels like, and there's really nothing like Battlefield. Like, I guess you have Delta Force. Is it Delta Force? It's the like free to play one that's kind of like Battlefield. That isn't bad, but like nothing that fully compares. Oh, I did AUG. I didn't know. I forgot AUG was this map. Yikes, bro. Yikes. Shadow plus Druid, maybe 6 Axe. I don't know if they're going to do 2 classes. Definitely 1 class, probably Druid. It would be a dope if they did 2, but I don't really know if they're going to do that. Hopefully I'm wrong though. And then yeah, I definitely think a new act is coming. I don't know if all 6 acts are coming, or if they're only going to do like 4 or 5, or just act 4. That is still yet to be like obviously revealed, but it's definitely heavily hinted at a new act at minimum. Brad, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome. Much appreciated, dude. Oh, okay. We did it at that, yeah. Bum 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 bum.
Now we're talking.
Bum 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 bum. Which one did I miss? Did I miss this one? I missed that one. How did I miss that one? I don't know. We're in. Did you see some of the new features in BF6? For example, new reviving teammates with the tank pickup. You can bring in the back of a tank to travel. Looks awesome. I did not see the tank pickup. I know you could, I seen the gameplay like for the streamers and stuff, and I seen you could like grab your teammates and like, you know, like basically like run with them and stuff. But yeah, I did not see the other stuff though. Interesting, interesting. I'm interested to see how the jets will play. I never was a big jet guy. I liked flying them. I just think I was good at them. It does look awesome. Yeah, Jets in DF3 was one of the best. Imagine they just shadow drop the BF beta like right now, or like in midnight tonight. It'd be cool. Just release the game. It's finished enough. Just release it in early access. Just give it to us. Fortunate, boys. Do.
Speak.
Alrighty, well, let me look at one thing really quickly. Decision. I need to go, bro. Nice to meet you. For sure gonna be back to stream. All right, Rad. Thanks for the vibes and stuff, bro, and just chilling out with us, dude. Yeah, have a good one, brother. Yeah, we'll do, man. Have a good one, brother. But for me, though, it's funny enough that he actually did that, because that's the end of the stream for me today. Shorter stream than usual. I just want to go and try to prep some stuff low-key and look into some other junk. But again, thank you guys very much for the follows. We're only 60 away from 1,700 on Twitch, and we're only 37 subs away from our 100 sub goal, which is insane. Thank you guys very much for the support. We're climbing. We're almost there, boys. And then obviously on the YouTube side, we're getting close to 1,300 subs as well. We're only like 700 or so away. So dope to see that as well. Thank you guys very much. And obviously we're going to be popping off with much more content once 0.3 hits. It's just kind of hard to do a boatload of content dropping when there's not really too much to do content on, you know. But again, thank you guys very much for all the support. It's always appreciated and always, you know, felt and stuff like that. We should be live again tomorrow. I just got to make sure that I don't have anything to do, obviously. If so, I'll let you guys know in the Discord and stuff and keep you guys updated there. But again, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you guys for the vibes and chilling out with the boy today. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys again soon. Peace out, everybody. Have a great one.